Hello and welcome to Talkin Baseball. We're back from our tour and we're going to talk about all the games we went to and all the ones we didn't. Hello and welcome to Talkin Baseball, brought to you by DraftKings. Thank you very much for joining us today. We are very excited. My name is Jimmy. Trevor in California. Jake in the Bronx with producer BBD in the corner. How's everyone doing? We woke up in Philly this morning. Me, Jake, BBD, and Zach. We drove to New Jersey, returned the RV. Jake, BBD, Zach got a ride right to the office. I came home, and now we are back to work talking baseball. Trevor, how have you been since we saw you last?
James, thank you for asking. I've been great. Got back to my role as dad back home, but I did miss being in that RV with you guys. I saw you in Pittsburgh and in Philly and Chicago getting the red carpet treatment everywhere. Are you guys famous? Like, are you legit famous right now?
I'm the most famous.
It was unbelievable watching you guys.
I'm the most famous person in the world, is what I've been telling people.
I don't disagree. Like, people like you, Jake. It's a weird thing because I think you're semi-repulsive, but people love you.
Yeah, I know people have said I'm SR before, but no, I mean Jake's gestures are strong. Once you're in this tangled web, it's tough to leave. But man, good to be back in the office. I missed the Friday recap ep before the road trip, so this is, it's been a minute. Good to be back. We're kind of building up for the playoff run, boys. We're kind of the White Sox right now. Like we got it in. We had some fun. Now it's gonna be like, let's fine tune it. Let's get ready. You know, we'll take our turns doing the AL, NL, and IL, and when the playoffs get here, you know, Lance Lynn, Kimbrel, Hendricks, game over.
You really think so?
Before we get to James, can you address us, please? Like, I didn't like not being addressed.
James, Trev, BBD, everyone live in the chat. Yeah, you open it up to the jesters, so I had to address them first. Jake's jesters, strong bunch. Man, let's get it. Jim, how are you? We've been sleeping together. The rumors are true.
Yes.
Yeah, a lot of good nights. I'm good. I'm eating a PB&J. My nephews are here. I don't know. I'm tired.
Yeah.
You want an honest answer here? What do you want? I'm tired, man. We maybe 5 hours of sleep a night. It's so funny when we go on these trips because people try to say like, oh, well, you know, just schedule a call here. And it's like, no, we're busy. And I think people think we're joking, but
yeah,
it's 7 a.m. till 1 a.m. every day, nonstop. But there's so much fun. It was really fun meeting people. We met one kid who did a stretch off with Jake.
Yeah.
Trevor, shout out Charlie. Also brought the picture of Jake when he looked not like himself, when he looked like a big oof.
My hunchback
family picture.
My hunchback family pic. Yeah.
He brought it and signed it. Yeah, he brought it. Jake signed it. Then they did a stretch off. There's a lot of fun. It was cool going city to city. It's always cool meeting people that listen to the show and hang out and say like, yeah, man, you guys fill my days. It's always awesome. Really also cool to just like, we were just around the bullpen and then the outfield for the Rockies and some guys come over and players and they're like, love it. Love the stuff, man. Like the Diamondbacks bench coach. Is it bench coach? Pipe is his colloquial name. It's like he dropped a "What is you doing, baby?" It was like, Jake. He goes like, as soon as we arrived in PNC Park, we went to the Diamondbacks dugout, and he just like he was waiting for us, I think.
Yeah.
And he just goes, Jake, you driving in the rain? Like you gonna crash that thing? What is you doing, baby? It's funny. So that's always cool.
I told him that was the first funny thing Trevor's ever done on the show. So I'm glad he was paying homage to that.
I do want to give you a shout out, Jim.
Oh, okay.
Because we always tell people you're a hard worker, but nobody really sees the behind the scenes. Like we're doing stuff for the field all day. Then when you get a free minute, you're editing breakdowns. what do you got, like 10 in the chamber right now or something ridiculous like that? Like,
Yeah, I gotta
you
get
don't
those done
stop.
today.
When Jake and I get a little break, you're going. So we appreciate the hard work, and I know everybody does, because we did have. It was really cool meeting like legitimate fans. I feel like sometimes I'm just in this own little world where I just talk to you guys. Yeah, we have the chat, but then to be able to go out in the real world and meet people, it's pretty cool, man.
Yeah.
I thought something you said, Trev, that I think people that listen to the podcast, because you're basically kind of supporting the fans. Because when we were in Milwaukee, you said that you wish active players would take a game in from the stands, like incognito or whatever, just because I think the word you said was just to see that it actually really means a lot to fans. And then sometimes that gets lost when you're in the everyday of grinding and trying to stay a big leaguer and perform. But I thought it was cool to hear your perspective of that, of like seeing the different side of it.
Yeah, I mean, people, they come to the park, they're excited for it. I mean, they save a lot of money to go to these games. And I think that's kind of what really hits me, is like, you're bringing a family and you're making a sacrifice to go to the game. The players, I mean, I know it's your livelihood too, but you're there to entertain. And like, I don't know, man, it is just different getting that point of view, because I understand it from both sides now. Like, I know that you're like, when you're a player, you're grinding, like you said, Jim, but every once in a while you got to stop and look around and see, like, you can make a difference in a young kid's life. Like, think about like your first big leaguer you met. You probably remember who it is. That's crazy talk. I don't remember shit from my youth, really, you know, but I remember baseball games and stuff like that. So it's important, man.
My neighbor was Ventura. No.
Nope.
Not Robin Ventura.
Valentine.
Third base. Valentine. Yeah.
Ted Lilly, first sign ball. Never forget that. Ted Lilly slinging it from the left side. And on the other side of it, like, shout out to the fans, because just even going back to the Philly game we were at last night, like when Bryce came up, like fans like, let's go, and they were even bumping like the people they were with, like, this is Bryce Harper, he's still putting it on the line for us, like, you clap for him. That's really cool.
Yeah. All right, that being said, you guys want to get right into it?
Oh, Jim, lead us off, King.
I got the NL today. We
Go
saw
off,
some of
King.
these games. A
lot of these
DVD,
games.
Whenever you got the music, I am ready to go. Your NL.
How do you feel about the DH, Jim?
The DH is important. I sometimes.
Sorry, I dropped.
No.
Here's the thing. Sometimes I use words that other people take seriously, and I don't, like the word idiot. And I've been getting in trouble with that forever. Like, I call people idiots, and I don't really mean it. It's just like, oh, you're such an idiot. A lot of people take that, like, put much more weight in that word. The young kids that are defending pitchers hitting on Twitter, to me, I want to say the meanest things, but then I know that they support us and like us, so I won't. But I can't understand it. One of the biggest things I can't understand in the world is people that defend having a guy who legitimately does not practice hitting or care about it at all be part of the lineup, and you give NL pitchers 4 free outs.
Yeah.
A game.
Well, I would say 2 free outs, then you get the pinch hitters. But it's I'm glad you were there.
Like, I want to be real mean. I want to be like, dude, if you have this opinion, like, we're not friends, but obviously we can be friends. Nothing's that important at all. But old people, it's fine. But like, when I see there's some young kids defending it, I'm like, what is you doing? Okay.
All right.
Let's do the end.
Sorry.
Here we go. The Mets ended their 13-game stretch of games against the Giants and the Dodgers. They get swept by the Giants. Pre-game, they get absolutely slaughtered. That's so loud. They get absolutely slaughtered in game 1, 8-0. Lose the next 2, both 3-2. Man, Crawford go-ahead 2-run double in the 7th of game 2. Rojas catches heat for pulling Walker, going to loop before the Crawford hit. The crowd is chanting "Fire Rojas." Oh no! Alonso was up with the game on the line. Jake and I watched that. Did not come through. The Mets are optimistic that DeGrom will be able to return to the second half of September, and Syndergaard, Guillermo start rehab assignments soon. But the Giants continue the roll, and the Mets are done with their hellish stretch. They did not fare well. I think they lost like 4 of them by 1 run, but still. Dodgers and the Padres, they meet up for 3 games, and the Dodgers do the Padres the same way the Giants did the Mets. They sweep them in 3 games. The Padres offense is like the story of baseball in a little way right now. They had a 0.90 batting average as a team in these 3 games. They had a 211 on base percentage. They were absolutely horrible. Their approaches are really tough to watch, just like weird. There was a long 16-inning game. Blake Snell absolutely dealt. Pollock had 4 hits, a home run, and a triple. No Padres for 3 hits. Dodgers just are in absolutely, we're going to win and just roll mode. The Brewers and the Reds made up. The Reds still thought they had a chance at the division. The Brewers reminded them, you don't, but enjoy the wild card. Brewers take game 1, they take game 2, and they lose game 3. Sonny Gray with another absolutely great outing to salvage the sweep. They lose the series, but they do not get swept. Woodruff goes 6 shutout innings with 10 Ks. Adames, our dude, exits game 1, sits 2 and 3 with quad discomfort. Brewers rolling on, but also getting a little banged up as they do. Rockies and Cubs, they played 3 sets. The Cubs took 2 out of 3. We were supposed to be at one of these games. We did not get to go. Cubs starters were bad. Their relievers were also bad. Rocky starters were worse. Their relievers were also worse because the wind was blowing out. Our dude Hap has 5 hits, 3 extra base hits, a big 3-run home run off our new friend, Bard. McMahon with the go-ahead 2-run home run in the 10th of game 3. But Hap centered the extras. Contreras could return Friday. Haven't heard thought about him in a while. How about that? Story exits game 3 after aggravating a leg injury. The Marlins took 2 out of 3 from the Nationals, and the Pirates took 2 out of 3 from the D-backs. D-backs avoid the sweep because we were in the building to help them. Barshow is short, but we like him. And Peacock is cool. Diamondbacks reliever. And there you go. That's your NL recap. Trev, I think I know why your mic blows out when you do the recap. That was hauntingly loud.
What was it? The music?
The music.
Yeah, it was really loud.
That's particularly loud this time. On the final mix, it was not much louder than normal. It was really loud at the beginning, and I dropped it a lot.
Oh, okay.
But
we got there.
Yeah, that's what happened in the NL. I mean, Padres, I think, are the main story if you want to start off with them. They fire their pitching coach. They're losing like crazy. Their best hitter, I think, right now is Will Myers, who's like, that's not who they would guess if you asked. No one's hitting. Man. And
we talked about it a
stretch.
little bit today on Baseball Today. You hit the 90 batting average against the Dodgers, but it goes further back than that, Jim. I think they're like 2-12 or 2-14 in the last 16 games, something like that. And they're hitting like a 180. Like they haven't hit. They have not hit. Fire the pitching coach. Sure, whatever. But spark the offense, dude. And a lot of people are wanting me to say these dudes are dead. I'm not going to say they're dead. They just got Darvish back. They need the offense to click. They need to go. They're not dead yet.
Yeah.
My dad used to have this saying, 1 foot in the grave, 1 on a banana peel. Maybe they're there, but they ain't dead yet.
I like that saying.
Love that. Yeah, no, I mean, the Padres aren't dead. It sucks. I mean, when the first series after the All-Star break, we thought the Reds blew it when they lost to the Brewers, and now look what they're at because of the Padres. The Yankees totally turned their season around. So they got to find it. They fired Larry, scapegoated him a little bit. Darvish is back. People are saying he should have had 7 strikeouts last night and not 6. Gambling pod. Yeah, man, I always reference my Fangraphs overall power rankings in last 7, and I don't know how they do it, and that's why I like it. None of their starters are in the top 172 baseball players over the last week. That's problematic. This team's supposed to slap. Tatis, get it going. Crone Zone, Machado, Grisham, fam. Like, they need that, and hey, Snell's been doing better, right? Darvish is back. So, like, get those big boys in the rotation going. Musgrove's season is good. They're not dead, but they're spiraling, and they need a tourniquet.
They need to have a good road trip here because they go play the Angels, and then they have 3 against our D-backs. So,
Jake Snakes, baby.
well, people are saying their D-backs haven't lost when I've been at a game.
I've heard of people saying that.
Yeah.
Let me pose this question to you. This is C-Rose asked this of me, and I'm curious on your guys' take.
Sure.
Do you think not getting Scherzer and Turner and then seeing them go to the Dodgers mentally broke the Padres?
I feel like if player Trev gets asked that, he kind of scoffs at the question. I think that's a lot of fun fan fodder that I love those types of storylines, so I buy into them. I don't know how real they are, but I think that Padres fans may have been broken, and they probably should have went after some pitching, but it's hard because they have so much pitching that it's not healthy. So then you're going to have so much if you just keep chasing the depth. But what the difference is, they just don't have depth. Like,
Yeah.
struggling, and the Dodgers could have someone struggle and they just pull up a AAA player and he'll rake for a little bit. But the Padres, to build this team, sold the farm. So when these guys are slumping or these pitchers get hurt, they don't have that like replacement depth because they traded everyone.
I think Padres fans would fight back a little bit on that. They kept a lot of their top prospects throughout, but a couple, those guys aren't ready yet. And they've got their dudes. They just have to perform. And if they don't, looking at their stats on the season, OPS, they're 15th in the league, middle of the pack. ERA, they're 17th from their starting pitchers. Like, if you put their stats on paper, what they have this year is a good bullpen, and the other stuff has been very average. So, hey, what do we got, boys? A little over a month left, 6 weeks. You have a good 6 weeks, Padres. You can come to the dance. Otherwise,
Look at the Yankees.
look at those Yankees, Trev's Yanks.
I don't know, man.
Do you guys want to be
I
reminded
will
of
say
the
that-
Padres schedule? I mean, they might be in the WAP. It's going to be really tough.
It's going to be tough.
Yeah. I will say this.
Houston, Dodgers, at Dodgers, at San Fran, at St. Louis, San Fran again, Braves, Dodgers, San Fran. That's the rest of their season.
Run the gauntlet, babe.
Got to get hot. They're 2 games back of a wild card. I cannot consider you dead 2 games back of a wild card.
Especially after
and regarding
they sweep the Angels and take 2 out of 3 from the Snakes. They'll be back in the wild card next week.
Oh, baby. Regarding player Trev scoffing at it, I don't know, man. Like, because remember, it was a Kenny Rosenthal tweet that said it was done, basically.
Yeah.
So you go from getting Scherzer on your team and high-fiving and hugging, like, let's go, boys, we're about to make a run, to not only you guys missing out on him, but him going to the freaking Dodgers with Trey Turner. That does hurt, dude. Like, yeah, you can say we rally around the guys in our clubhouse. I get it. But knowing the Dodgers just reloaded their clip, I don't know, man. I think there is a little bit of mental anguish there that comes along with it, coinciding with Tatis getting hurt and then their offense, man. Damn.
Well, I think this is the first time. I agree with you guys. They're only 2 games out. They're not dead yet. If everything clicks, they can get rolling. But that schedule is so hard that this is the first time you can say the Padres can finish below 500. That's on the table. 2 weeks ago, 3 weeks ago, a month ago, it wasn't even a factor for me. Baseball Reference has their worst case at 79 and 82 and their best case at 88 wins. And I think they're predicting them for like 83 wins. So that's crazy. They're like really sliding. And the schedule is so hard.
It's go or don't. Go or don't.
The Dodgers on the other side of that series just win. Bueller's nasty.
Bueller's nasty.
Those same Padres we're talking about, and, we just kind of pooped on them a little bit because they deserved it. But coming to the season, if there's one thing they could do, it's hit. Held them to an 0.90 batting average? What is that?
It's a joke. Think about the guys they had to face, Jake.
Walker Buehler.
Like, just Cy Young after Cy Young after Cy Young. And these guys are just...
Because the Dodgers pivoted. I mean, there's some like injuries, but then they saved all these guys, Urias goes 5 innings pitched, 0 earned runs. Then they unload the bullpen on him. Then game 2, Walker Buehler goes 6.2, 0 earned runs. Then they unload the bullpen in a 16-inning game. Does that phase the Dodgers? No, because they have Max Scherzer that pitches deep into the 8th inning.
And that's where the other
and Shane Green, who they just picked up for funsies.
The other side of that is how demoralizing baseball can be. You lose to Urias, and you're saying, okay, well, here's Buehler and Scherzer. You take the Buehler game 16 innings. You know, they could have had that. Instead, you lose the 16er. You've lost the series, and there's Mad Max staring at you down the barrel. What a fun time.
Yeah, crazy.
Dodgers are good.
Dodgers.
Guess who's better?
Los Gigantes.
The Giants. Listen to this ridiculous stat.
Ridiculous stat alert.
Ridiculous stat alert. Dodgers last 30 games, they're 22-8. That's nice. They should be gaining some ground. Guess what the Giants are? 22-8. Dodgers last 20, 17-3. 17-3. We got to gain a few games in the last 20. The Giants 16-4. You play 17-3 ball and you gain one freaking game in the standings. That is, golly. I know Posey came out of the game. Is he okay? Because that could change things. But the Giants they're unstoppable. Gabe Kapler, more on him later.
Yeah, who pitched for the Giants here? It was Long, Cueto, and Wood. You know, the Mets didn't even get the studs.
You can't even say, what is you doing, baby, to the Mets because, well, they're dead. So they won't be able to respond to you. You almost just feel bad. You want to say, like, it's okay, baby.
So Jake, going into this road trip for the Mets, you were very much looking at the schedule, saying that the rest of the season's easier. I believe your advice was just saying survive the road trip.
Survive the road trip. And then what we're at right now, they pretty much did not.
I was gonna ask, did they survive the road trip? And
they're hanging on with one finger because they have, what is it? It's Nats and Fish coming up for the next 12, I think. So we're currently at Mets. Hope we can talk about you in 2 weeks. If you take care of your business over the next 12 games, you pull off an 11-1, you pull off a 10-2, we might be able to talk about you. But as you noted, Jimmy, the schedule after this does get hard again. They have a cakewalk for a little bit. You have to put up a crazy 10 or 2 or better.
What are we even talking? They're 61-60 freaking 6, you guys.
But
they went 2-11 in those 13 games. They didn't survive. There's no fingers left. Those are gone. They've rotted. They're in the ground.
The fingers rotted.
The bones turn to ash, down to the ground, plant some soil. Life goes on.
But
we're all tomorrow's food.
Trev, do math for me. They have 14 games coming up against 2 teams again. Washington and Miami. Now, when we were at Milwaukee, the Brewers told us that the Nats team is actually pesky and not fun to play because they're a bunch of young guys trying to prove it. But say the Giants the Mets flip the script. They went 2-11, right? So let's say they go 13 or they go 12-2 now. That's crazy. I don't think they could have that in them. But say they do that, what would their record be? If they just roll,
maybe 4 games over 500, whatever that is. I don't know.
If they go 12-2, they would be 73-68. Which you need the Braves to slow down a little bit, but the Phillies are on a death march.
The Braves, the Mets are 7.5 back of the Braves, and even further back of the wild card.
Can I ask something?
Please.
Is this race, which the Braves are kind of up now, much to do about nothing? Does any of these East teams have a chance in the postseason?
Yes, the Braves do. They do, because I think their pitching is. With Yanoa back and looking good, I think they have a chance.
Max Fried, Morton. It's
Ion Anderson's coming back. Morton's look good. Yeah.
Especially a 5-game series. I mean, kind of anything can still happen in baseball in 5 games. I'll say this. The Mets, they need to go nuts. And, hey, I hope we can talk about you in 2 weeks, Mets fans. No promises. The Braves next week, they're hosting Los Hibido Gigantes, and then they're going to play the Dodgers. So would it shock any of us if the Braves threw up a 1-5 this next week? So, hey, take care of your business, Mets. And hopefully we can talk about you, and hopefully the Braves eat bugs.
Yeah.
Chaos. We want chaos.
All right. Marlins, Nats. They played.
Oof.
Pirates, D-backs, they played.
Good games.
That's not very nice. That's not nice, you guys.
What are we gonna do, Trev? You know, there's only so many hours in a show.
Mm.
You want 2 minutes on the clock for your Pirates, D-backs, Marlins, Nats thoughts?
I think Pirates D-backs deserve a little bit of something. They were nice to you guys. I think my boy Gilbert pitched.
Yep.
You guys, were you talking to him? Who were you talking to from the Snakes? In the
Viola and Pipe.
We did some.
That was in the bullpen?
Yeah.
Okay.
We did some flirty stuff with Asdrubal Cabrera.
Yeah.
Because he's an absolute sex pistol.
Jake tipped his Pirates hat to ASCAPs, and then he kind of just nodded back and said, "Yeah."
You gave him this one?
I gave him
No.
I did that. I did the hat off to you, sir.
Oh,
Yes.
Respect.
I was showing respect to a legend.
Then we looked at ASCAP's baseball reference and we're like, "Holy smoke!" Trev, guess his OPS plus 15 years he's been in the bigs. 15. He's played in 15 different seasons. I don't know like the actual games.
OPS plus.
Yeah, easy one.
Easy guess.
I think it's going to be like right around league average.
Put a number to it. Jake
98.
was one off. 98.
98.
105.
Nice.
Yeah.
He's had some good years for sure.
Dude, his like slash line was like 262, 330.
His recent years are good too. Like,
He had some homer years.
That's over 15 seasons.
Ooh, play the game. Let's do career salary. I have no idea. You have it up?
ooh,
I'll pull it up.
Asdrubal Cabrera's bank account. Now we're talking.
Did he ever sign a
Did he
big
ever get
deal?
the
I
payday?
think he might have gotten a couple year thing.
Yeah, he
Maybe
had
not
to.
huge
He had to
money,
get a
but
good.
How many years,
He
Jim?
had to get a good 2-3 year.
So he's played parts of 15 years. He came up in 2007 as a 21-year-old, played in 45 games. Since then, he's been a starter. I mean,
I'm gonna put it at a pretty decent number. I'm gonna put it like at 50M.
I was gonna say like 42.
okay, 50 and 42 is what you guys are both guessing.
Current guesses.
Career to date 64.
Ooh,
baby,
let's go.
That's cheese, man.
But he's only made 10 in a season once. His last year of arbitration with the Indians, it looks like.
Why did someone say hit the passing button? What's up, BBD? You slacking?
No.
The only passable thing I saw was Gerard Dyson to the Blue Jays.
Ooh.
Claimed off waivers. So I don't know if something else happened.
ASCABs to the Reds as we're talking about him. Is that real?
Wait, what?
No way.
Oh, that did just happen.
No way.
A tweet 1 minute ago. I hadn't. Excuse me for not looking at Twitter.
Wow.
1 minute ago, ASCABs to the Reds.
We're talking about career ASCAPs, and he's going to the Reds.
Wow.
Confirmed
Wow.
postseason for the Reds.
Wow.
Dude, I thought they couldn't do those now.
It's got to be a free agent signing, right? Or did he get designated or something?
Yeah,
like
he
that?
got designated.
Yeah.
You can still do waiver stuff. I forget what the stipulations are now, but
Wow.
I think they like have to be straight up waiver claims, and you can't like do a trade.
Okay.
So
Okay.
I think teams do like back alley deals and
How
stuff.
about that? Speak of the
Yeah,
devil.
I think those go through the 31st of this month, and in September there's
Yeah.
none.
Good for him. JOMBOY's Reds.
Yeah. Hell yeah.
Had a boy.
So John Boy's got the Reds. Jake, you don't really have a contending team for your NL team. Are you gonna go Brew Crew? You can go Brew Crew.
No,
which
we're all
is nice.
collectively Brewers.
yeah.
I am too, yeah. But my NL team's the Braves right now.
Okay.
Who's your
I've
team,
always
not the
been on the
Brewers?
Giants coaching staff.
More on them.
More
later.
on them later.
Well, Reds we didn't really talk about. They lose the series to the Brewers. I mean, they faced the law firm in Woodruff and Burns, and they lost both those games. So, what are you gonna do? Those guys are good.
And I think maybe the best quote from our trip was from Brett Anderson, Trev's new friend, Brett Anderson, yucking
Yeah, we're
it up.
friends. We ended our beef.
And we were talking about baseball athleticism, and Brett Anderson pointed to his left elbow, to his left hand, and he said, "This is the only part of me that's athletic. Everything else is just trying to keep up."
I'm athletic from about here to here.
That was a really good line.
I liked meeting him and hearing his cadence and his voice. I needed to put that on his tweets, and now I appreciate his Twitter more. He's salty.
He did greet you with "There's the guy who hit the triple play off me."
Yeah, he
which was really
guns
good.
blazing right away.
Well, dude, that was the nicest thing you could have done for him. He was in a jam.
Yeah.
First pitch.
He owes you a steak, I think.
I think I could hit homer off him like 2 day.
Yes.
Yeah.
Why not?
Lefty.
You're lefty. You're gonna bat lefty against him.
Guys.
Jerry Blevins, Brett Anderson, Dallas Braden, Bruce Chen.
Cubs, Rockies. Cubs were super nice to us too, but the game got rained out, so that was a little bit of a bummer.
How was Happer?
Hap's a stud, man.
He is a stud. Good looking kid.
Good build.
Mm-hmm.
Like,
Yeah, Hab's funny. I mean, we had him on this very podcast.
Yeah.
Sure you listened, Trevor. We sat in the park. The cicadas were chirping. No,
Mm-hmm.
Hap's great. I mean, he's got like a very subtle sense of humor. Coach Ballgame actually got him cackling
yeah.
a couple times in a video coming out on JOMBOY Jake TV. We were playing some games with them. But then he goes, we told him, we said, "Hey, man, Daniel Bard came up to us, said he loves our stuff, so just take it easy on him." Legit, I think it's on camera, conversation I had before the game. Said, take it easy on him because Bard's a fan. And then Hap hits a 3-run game-tying home run off of him. It's like, Hap, do you understand what take it easy on him means?
Mm-mm.
We know you got homers in the bag. Just save it. Bard's on the mound. He's a friend.
That's funny.
Big time.
People really love the ad reads in the Ian Happ interview. Go check those out.
Yeah, Jake was rapping.
Whoops.
Let's go to the AL.
Hold on, just one quick question. Reds, Brewers.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Reds are a half game up. No, wait. They're 2 games up of San Diego right now. And then the other closest team would be the Cardinals at 4.5 games back. So are we calling it a 2-horse race right now?
I think so. My whole thing with the Cardinals, they're my current Mets. You know, they had an easy schedule, go win enough so you could be in the conversation. They're barely around, but I think they've got a brutal schedule. And Flaherty got banged up, right?
Yeah, bad
That's a
shoulder. I talked to him a little bit about it, but sucks for him.
Yeah.
Third start back from coming back from the oblique, so good vibes his way.
Oh, St. Louis has Pittsburgh this week. Make some noise, St. Louis.
Okay.
Jake's got all teams still in.
That's not true.
Make some noise.
Phillies are so dead, and they're a half game back of St. Louis.
And you think the Phillies are dead?
So dead.
Really?
Sorry, Gibby. God damn it, he's our friend.
That's so mean.
I'm not claiming them dead just yet.
Okay.
Because they have Gibby.
If they start Gibby every game, I think they'd have a chance.
I don't know about that. I think that actually hurts them. I don't think he's built up for that.
I think he is. Oh, what? He's going to be mad at you now. That's kind of Trev's ERA thing.
Oh, man. I hurt his feelings there.
Texting
Tell us what
with
happened
Gibby.
in the AL.
Texting with Gibby was fun, Trev. I mean, I'm an exclamation mark guy. He's an exclamation mark guy.
He's always happy. I've never seen that guy not happy.
I love that. Okay, AL Jake's on it.
Before we talk about the ale, can I tell you about Canadips a little bit?
Oh, tell everyone about all of it.
From deep in the hills of Humboldt County, California, the Coastal Cowboys at Canadips have exciting news to share. You can now hang a huge honker of Humboldt County's finest without playing sneak-a-chew from wife in the garage. Canadips is CBD tobacco, nicotine-free, people. That's good. Tastes great. 100% all natural from California, Trev? I forget, are you a California guy? California knows how to party. Get your Canadips. It's fast acting. Really works. Not another lotion or cream. This is man stuff. This is guys being dudes throwing a fat gonger and
Also, girls can do it too.
and ladies.
They want.
And ladies. Just going
Actually, I know a few
going
girls
off
that
how they
partake.
wanted the ad to come off, Trev. So go eat a bag of butts. And while you're doing that, get 20% off anything on the site with promo code JOMBOY20. Pull your tin out at the office and slap it proudly in front of the senior execs. BBD, you could do that. Again, that's 20% off CanadipCBD.com. Promo code JOMBOY20 to take advantage of this. And whoa, little bonus at the end. Till August 31st, Canadips is giving away $3K in cash money for anyone to go to their favorite game of the year. Enter CanadipsCBD.com. Click on Game of the Year with Canadips.
All I'm saying is, why would you want to not market to 50% of the population? I don't know.
Okay, you can talk to their marketing team.
Ladies can do it. That's all I'm saying.
Ladies can dip. Oh. Boys, I'll tell you about the American League where they have Jomboy's DH. Speaking of Jomboy, his Boston Red Sox, they had a little makeup game with the Texas Rangers, and they win 8-4. This was a crazy game. Baseball moves quick, man. Nasty Nate was on the bump. And how about, God, Rafael Devers, that guy. Sexy, pretty little thing. Shaw with the walk-off slam-a-lama ding-dong. There have been 9 walk-off grand slams in baseball since the start of last season. Rangers have given up 4 of them. That's a stat. That is a stat. Red Sox, I believe they won that series because of it. Nate Dogg dropped it. Make it regulate. The Blue Jays hosted the White Sox for 4, and they split. Manoah versus Lynn. How's your beard and dick in Game 1? Holy Toledo. Cis and Barrios in Game 2. How's your curveball? Ray and Giolito. Boogity, boogity, boogity. Rodon and Ryu. Lefties. Again, they go every other. Blue Jays, White Sox, Blue Jays, White Sox. White Sox mashed all series, and their starting pitchers did it. The relief pitchers got hit a little bit. Simeon did his thing. Alejandro Kirk with the go-ahead RBI in Game 3 like that. Ryu struggling. Jim, you were on that. Yasmani could return this weekend, and so could George Springer. How about that? The Oakland Athletics hosted the Seattle Mariners for 2. And oh boy, fellas, J.P. Crawford's Mariners win both games. Let's go, Mariners. Make us talk about you. Marco Gonzalez, Flexen were their starting pitchers. They both did solid 2.84 ERA from the combination of them, but the relievers shut out the A's. How about that? Chris Flexen, Ty France, my guy, award winner Ty France, game-tying homer, and then Jake Bowers with the go-ahead 2-run single in the 9th. That'll put some lead in your pencil. Let's go, Mariners. Red Sox picking back up with them. They take 2 out of 3 from Trevor Plouff's Twins. Chris Sale at the end. He does it again as the Sox put up some crooked numbers on the board. Crooked ways. Go check them out. Twins won the second game in extras 9-6. That was another sad one in the bean. Holy smokes. But they take the series after they won the crazy first game 11-9. Lot of hitting in this series like that. Twins Red Sox adds up. Bang biscuit. Astros, they take 2 out of 3 as they'll never be Royals. Royals won the first game. Lynch, nice little outing by him, but the Astros bounce back 4-0 and then 6-5 in extras. Boogity, boogity, boogity. Breggy Smalls, he's back. You might hear about him in a little bit. Astros walked off game 3 on a ground out to the pitcher where he went to first instead of going home with it. That was the game-winning run. A breakdown, maybe, Whit Merrifield hits, and that's obvious. So does Gurriel, man. How about it? The Orioles take 2 out of 3 from the Angels. Oh, no, Angels, what is you doing, baby? Angels lose to a worse team. Orioles get rid of their losing streak. Cheese and rice, Halos. 14-8, 10-6, 13-1 were the scores of this series. Hey, get pitching. Any team in baseball, get pitching. It's important. And imported Marsh with 7 hits, including his first career home run, and Joe Adell. So some Angels future right there. Maybe trade for a pitcher. Ohtani gets his 41st homer. Do we know how ridiculous that is? Good job, Orioles. Santander and Mountcastle with 2 homers. Indians hosted the Rangers. They take 2 out of 3. Rangers win game 1 because Hearn Hunge was on the mound, and that's obvious. And let's be honest, none of you really care. Indians hit this series. So did Texas, though. How about that? Yu Chang. 4 hits, 2 homers for my man, Taylor Hearn. Hot. And that's what happened in the AL. Thank you.
Nice job, Jakey
Thank
boy.
you. Danke.
Congrats, T. Hearn. First career win?
As a starting pitcher, yes.
He got... Did he get a win as a reliever before?
I believe so, yes.
Yeah, but he's got 2 this
Obviously.
season.
He's kind of
Congrats,
nasty.
T. I'm just going to congratulate him for being himself because you're a good pitcher.
Wow.
Got a 2.34 ERA since June 30th. So in everyone's face.
Where are we starting?
Taylor Hearn.
Hearn.
Just always Taylor Hearn. He's our guy.
And he got a Whataburger ad deal.
Yeah.
So
He's so tall. You know, these tall people would command the room so much. Good for you.
Fastball sits.
I gotta hit off him in blitzball.
Fastball sits 95. Whoops.
Whoops. I knew you were going to say that.
Trev, what jumps out to you? You're my AL guy.
Well, we got to give the Mariners the credit.
Wow.
I was gonna say we need to start with the Mariners as well.
Wow.
We got to
Jake.
start with the
Jake.
Mariners. J.P. Crawford.
The analogy, Jake, that you had, where they're at the edge of the cliff and they're swinging, and then it's been beautiful. Your analogy has played out because that first series win, they kind of fought back a little, right?
Yeah.
And then they got another one, and they kind of fought back like a little more, and now they're almost so far away from the cliff. Their back is still towards it. They haven't reversed field, but they're fighting. Like now it's like the crowd is like, oh, wow, they're in it now.
Maximus.
Am I reading this right? They're 1 behind Oakland for the second wild card. Am I reading this right?
I think they're
Baseball Reference, clean up your wild card
They're
standings.
two-
What is going on?
They're 2 behind Oakland. They're 3 behind Boston.
They're 1 behind Oakland.
Yeah.
They're 3.5 games out of the second wild card, and Oakland's 2.5. Yeah, they're 69 and 59.
No, see, you're looking at the same thing I am, Jim.
Oh.
They have the White Sox listed in the wild card, but I don't know what's going on. Baseball Reference. What is
No, I'm
you
not
doing,
looking at
baby?
that. I'm not looking at that.
Oh,
I have Mariners record at 69 and 59. Oakland at 70 and 58.
Yes, that is correct.
Which means they're 1 game behind.
That is correct. Yes. Man, every wild card
Yankees.
website, get your ish together. MLB just took me.
It is.
They just took me to the wild card standings from 2 weeks ago. Why would I care
No,
about
it
that
is-
ever?
Dude, it's
I
a
guess it'd be a good
big
follow-up.
deal in our life. right now,
Yes.
that there's not a standard place to just find the wild card. The best place that I found is the stupid. What app is this? I hate this app. ESPN app. That's awful to navigate. But that's the best place I found to find the wild card, like up to date and easy to read.
NBC Sports is what I'm on. Like, why do I have to go to NBC Sports to look at the wild card?
I was at CBS Sports.
Here's what I'll say about the Mariners. I've made my equation about the Cardinals, make us talk about you. The Mets, hope we can talk about you in 2 weeks. Mariners, you're making us talk about you. And guys, it sounds kind of dumb with 6 weeks of baseball left because we can play this team turns on the switch. But we're scheduled, guys. We've talked about that via Los Mets, via the Reds, via the Padres. They're playing the Royals this weekend. Handle your business. They've got 2 Astros series that are sandwiched with 2 Diamondback series. So if you can balance that out enough, like they kind of control their own destiny. Red Sox, Royals again, A's, Angels. Like the Mariners have a fighter's chance.
Yeah.
I'm
rooting
looking at
for
something
them.
crazy right now.
What are you looking at?
Okay. Well, I'm just seeing who Ty France is. We don't talk about this guy enough. My fellow Frenchman, who also is from California. California Frenchmen are hot in the streets right now. That's what people are saying. But the career numbers on this kid, and he's young, 27 years old, career 793 OPS in the majors. Guess what his career OPS in the minors was? 3 years. 793. The guy's a banger.
Yeah.
Put me in a league, I'm going to hit. That's what Ty France is saying. 34th round draft pick out of San Diego State.
You hanging me bangs.
Get to know him. Ty France.
Mariners were doing fun stuff. I think, I forget if it was right field or left field, but they had a bunch of people dressing up French. Always a good time. We had some baguettes in the crowd. You got to love that.
Oh my God, that's what that was?
Yes, that was for Ty France.
Love it. France.
We were watching at
the
at the casino, and there's like 4 TVs on, and that one wasn't getting a lot of my attention, but I just kept seeing them holding those fake baguettes, and I had no idea what was happening. I thought it was just a family that brought.
I think they were real baguettes.
They were.
I
You
think
gotta
so.
love a real baguette. Yeah.
No one had taken a bite out of any of them though.
Oh, they're game baguettes.
It's hard to hold a baguette for that long and not take a bite.
That's what they say.
You're damn right.
How long
about
do you
that,
think you
Jim.
would last, Jake? I'd last probably 5 minutes.
I mean,
max.
plain bread, that doesn't move the needle for me as much as other things.
A nice French
It's
baguette.
a French
though?
baguette. It's warm.
It's not warm anymore. You
Smells
just traveled
beautiful.
to the game with it. They're cold.
They
were
baked them in the parking
They were
lot.
clapping with them. You know they didn't bake those baguettes in the parking lot.
I think they were fake.
Trev's never
Otherwise,
had
they
a parking lot baguette. Well,
I think they were fake, or they're
not the bread at least.
They would have had they would have had bites out of them.
Good job, Mariners.
France did help us in the Revolutionary War too.
Big time. The Revolutionary War was basically a mercenary war between England and France. Actually, between German and France, because all the Brits was just all the Hessian armies, and then France was big time fighting for the Americans.
Yeah, gotta love that.
Yeah.
Vive la France.
And they gave you guys your statue.
Why did you say our guys?
Yeah.
That represents
You're
you
the New
as well.
Yorkers.
Well, that statue represents all of America, not just.
I agree
New
with that,
Yorkers.
but like I feel like it's New York's. They own it.
Is Oakland
If I
in
was
a
the-
sneaky
I don't
death march that's not being talked about enough?
I think people are talking about it. I was perusing all of the well, I don't know, media wise. I was perusing all of the subreddits on the drive this morning, just getting fans flavors what they're talking about their own team. And yeah, the Oakland one was like, "Hey, guys, this ain't good."
5 straight
Because-
L's.
The
Yeah,
Mariners
and
are
it
one
goes even
game
back further
behind
than
them, and they have 3 more against the Yankees, who objectively are playing some of the best baseball right now. They're 12 straight. They lose a close one to the Yankees yesterday, Oakland, and the Mariners are a game behind. Like, they're one wrong day from being tied with a division rival in the wild card. So yeah, I think Oakland fans are a little bugging.
Yeah, they're I think 3-10 in the last 13, not playing well. It's not good. You know, like these teams need to win, or if they don't win in Oakland, and even if they do win, but really if they don't win, you know what happens there. Guys are gone.
Mm.
Like turnover happens, and they have a nice little core there that you don't want to see that happen. You want them to win.
Trev, we sit here Monday. We say hi. Catch up. It's nice. Who's ahead in the standings, Oakland or Seattle? Seattle's got the Royals. Oakland's got the Yanks.
Oakland has been losing for a while now, Trev, too. They're 14-16 in the last 30. They've won 2 of their last 8, and they've lost 5 in a row.
I think Oakland finds a way to win a couple of these games. Yankees, I know they're playing good ball right now. Historically, not too hot in the Coliseum. Tough to win. Tough to go in there and just like keep that winning streak going. Like kudos to the Yankees for getting the first one, but I think Oakland ends up winning 2 of these games this weekend. That's my guess. So Seattle would have to, go and sweep to get ahead of them. And I don't think that happens. So I think Oakland will still be up. I mean, they're not fighting Seattle. Who cares about Seattle? They got to get in front of the Red Sox and the Yankees.
Unless Seattle gets in front of them.
They got to win these games. I think they will. 2 of the next 3.
Okay. I don't know. Let's tie it up
I know
today.
what your guys' answer is.
Yeah, but I don't think there's too much bias in our answer. I agree Oakland may win one of these games. Hell, they might split, but Mariners are playing the Royals. So then the Mariners have the Astros. So then it gets harder for the Mariners. But let's have it even out just for a day, just to say it happened.
Yeah, I like that.
Just one day.
Sure.
Mariners, Astros, or Mariners, A's, same record. Because that, as an A's fan, is when it really gets scary. When you check the standings and you got to.
I don't understand why you guys care so much about Seattle and Oakland. Like I know that they're in the same division, but I'm looking ahead.
You want to talk about your
the
Sox?
people who are actually in the wild card.
Well, you got to be the best way to track down the team in the wild card, the Red Sox, is to be closest to them. That's I learned that. I was talking to to some of the Brewers analytics guys, and they gave me that tidbit, so I figured I'd pass it on.
Man. We did. We had a nice conversation with those guys.
Have Sox kind of righted the ship. They win the series against the Twins. They needed to do that. They won the series against Texas. We don't schedule shame. We schedule appreciate. They needed to do that. Evaldi with...
Well, right now, they're the Angels, Jake. They're winning. They're beating the teams worse than them, and they're losing to the teams ahead of them. That's been their August.
Those are harsh words.
I said that's been their August. You got to get fat on the other teams, but so I'm saying, so they have Cleveland coming up. They got to win this series. Then they have 4 against the Rays, and then we'll see what the Red Sox are then.
Man,
but I'm not trying to discredit them. You have to beat the Rangers and the Twins. It would have been nice to sweep one of those 2 teams when everyone else is just sweeping like crazy, the teams that are hot. But those 4 games against Tampa for the Red Sox are going to be where my eyes start actually like watching again. I'll take them out of my rear view for those 4 games and then make up my decision then.
Man, Red Sox, they've got a 2-team stretch. It's 2-team stretch part of the season. They are going Cleveland, Tampa, Cleveland, Tampa. The Rays seemingly bring it every night, the best record in the American League. Cleveland, a couple of those young arms are starting to twirl at the end of the year, and they hit last series. Boston, season is in the balance.
Yeah, they're getting Logan Allen, Cal Quantrill, and Eli Morgan. So
Cal's been dirt lady.
Dirt
lady.
What
did you call me?
Dirt lately?
He said dirt
I
lady.
meant lately. I said lady.
Oh.
That was the nickname of the girl I went to prom with.
Come on.
They need Nasty Nate. They need Tanner Houck. And they need Chris motherfucking Sale to lead them to the playoffs. I think their offense is going to be there. I think they can hit the ball enough.
I'm personally hoping it's not.
Well, I'm just telling you.
But I agree with you.
We got to talk about Sale a little bit here. Immaculate ending. Third immaculate ending in his career.
About him later, Trev.
Not going to talk about him too much. Let's talk about the Twins. Frank Viola Jr. blasting them on Twitter this morning. I always love when like a 60, 70-year-old dude he gets on the bird and just writes stuff.
Let's it rip.
Probably doesn't really understand it's going to the whole world.
Who said what?
Frank Viola Jr. said the Twins aren't playing real baseball. Like basically saying like they're not brought up with real baseball players, so they're not playing real baseball. But a lot of Twins people were quick to defend the fact that they won the division the last couple of years with basically the same group. So it basically was old man yelling at cloud a little bit. But you got to give him a little credit. He's a Cy Young World Series champ.
Yes, got some bold on his baseball reference. I went to Twitter to find the tweet, and Frank Viola III retweeted it. So his son approves.
Yeah, his son approves. Yeah.
The Twins have Twins have forgotten what baseball is all about. Fundamentals.
Yeah. They said no more fundamentals anywhere in the game. Like we're just gonna go with no fundamentals because our computers told us to do
what
so.
A tweet!
Retweeting that.
Hey, but for real though.
Wait, can I read the rest of this tweet? That was the first
sure.
sentence. There's got to be more gold in here. The Twins have forgotten what baseball is all about. ... Fundamentals. The belief in each other. The love of the daily grind. You don't have baseball people leading this attitude and approach. You have a losing organization. Wrong leadership equals no chance to succeed. That's such a way to say something powerful by being vague and like nothing.
I don't want to bag this guy that much because look, I have respect for him. But come on, dude. Like you never were on a losing team, Frank. Come on. Like everyone's trying. Sometimes it doesn't work out. Your star player's out for most of the year. Sure, you have some people underperforming, but guess what? That's baseball, buddy. Like you think they just ditched the fundamentals? They just don't care about the fundamentals. These guys have been playing baseball their entire freaking life. And if anyone taught the fundamentals to this young core, I was in the organization. It's all we ever freaking talked about was the fundamentals, maybe to a fault. It's all we ever did there. So, like, understand that this whole core came up in the system. Kepler, Polanco, Sano, Buxton, all these dudes that are there came up playing fundamentally sound baseball. They're having a tough year, Frank. Don't tell me they've forgotten all about that stuff. Like, come on, man. Like, be positive. Be an influence. If you want them to play fundamental baseball, tell them how to play fundamental baseball. Get in that clubhouse and say, this is what the pitchers need to do. Instead of just harping and saying shit into the fucking bird.
Whoa.
Dude, Trev. Frank Viola Jr., his first year in the league, the Twins went 60-102. His second year, they won 70 games. His third year, they were 500, 81-81. They finished second. His fourth season, they won 77 games. His fifth season, they won 71 games. And then then he finally was on a winning team. So I don't know. It seems like Viola doesn't know much about winning, dude. He wasn't around it. He wasn't in the culture of winning.
He won a World Series. That's what they'll always go back to.
Pretty nice baseball reference page. 47 WAR, Cy Young in the bag. Guys, here's the deal. We all get old. His tweet before that one is a retweet against robo-umps. So, I mean, what do we really think's going on here?
Look, man. And I know I've done this too. And when I do it, I freaking hate it. Like, don't be like pointing out problems, especially if it's in an organization that you've been a part of. If you think there's a problem, like, go and say something. Like, don't say what the problem is. Say how to fix it.
Trev, genuine question. As Jimmy is lost in Frank Viola heaven, what if you saw, like, let's say the Twins infielders were getting their like hop step in a second late, and it was driving you up a wall? Like, what would your order of operations be? Would you hit up someone in the front office and be like, looks like everyone's stepping a step late? Would you do something like that?
Possibly. The first thing I would say was I would talk to somebody who's there, like with the guys, like actually watching the games. I mean, how can we I would say this is what I would do. If I saw something that I didn't like they weren't doing this, or maybe this guy was, like you said, getting ready late at the plate or defensively, I would talk to Morneau and say, do you see this? You're watching the games every day. What do you see? And then if he says, let me look, and then he'll go down to the coaches and talk about it. Like there is a way to get a hold of people. You don't have to go straight to the manager. I don't know, man. It just sometimes that pisses me off. I got a little mad, but
he's the best Twitterer in the world, dude. He's the best.
It's a good Twitter account.
Look at this, man. A 3-0 fastball must have gotten away. A breaking ball. Grow up, people. I guess garbage can didn't work. Astros, you put yourself in this position. Live with it. Thank those who put you in this position. Oh, wait. Most have moved on.
Got him.
Oh, man.
Stealing signs during a game used to be an art. Now it's flat out cheating. God help pitchers if hitters continue to get the help the Astros got. Hashtag watch your lips. Dude, hold on. There's two more. There's dude. Okay. So good. Astros, you cheated. Life's a bitch. He bleeped out bitch. Hang with them, boys. Your fortunate times are what they are. I love old school players. Hashtag play by the rules. I don't know whose side he's on.
Whose side he ended up on.
I don't know either.
I have no idea if he's for or against the Astros in that tweet.
Man.
I don't tweet much, but could anyone understand where I'm coming from? How can you have two of the so-called best teams in baseball both win 100-plus wins on the season, and neither has a fourth starter? Like, clearly it worked, Frank. They won 100 games without one. Now he's just knocking 100-game winning teams. Hey, that's good news for the Twins. If he's knocking the makeup and strategy of 100-win teams, obviously he's got something to say about this year's Twins.
Yeah, I mean,
that's almost a parody account of Old Man Yells at Clouds.
I could go on a rant. I respect a lot of the players that come from generations before, and I think everyone really should. But just be a help to the next generation. Don't tell them that everything they do is wrong. That's stupid, dude. Because something that we did when we played, in 10 years, they're going to be like, oh, that was dumb. And I'm not going to sit back and be the guy that says, baseball was better in my day. It's like, let me understand what's going on in the game now. Because he probably doesn't understand what's going on in the game now. A lot of new stuff has come about.
How are you guys not more excited about getting old and just going off the deep end? I'm already en route.
I don't know, man.
I think we're going to have those tweets soon. Did anyone watch White Sox Blue Jays? Was that a really good brand of baseball? Was that... I'm asking White Sox and Jays fans. I don't really know.
I did not catch much of it.
Okay.
I saw the Lynn Manoa game a little bit. Lynn doing his thing. That's two good pitchers. I like both those guys a lot. I think I'm falling kind of for Manoa, and possibly this Blue Jays team next year, 2022. Full season of him, full season of Barrios. I like those top two right there.
Nate Pearson still getting his groin checked. Remember when that was a weekly update?
Yeah. And I don't want to talk too much about Robbie Ray, because more about him later.
Whoa.
But dang, they should try to re-sign him now. Although he's not going to do that because he's about to get freaking paid.
What happened in the IL?
You ready?
Brought to you by Canadips.
All right, my guys. Well, the Yankees went into Atlanta and they put the sweep on the Braves. Ashland, how you feeling? You got to pay a lot of debts, honey. 5-1 Yankees, 5-4 Yankees. Lost both, won both games. What am I talking about? Yankees didn't really hit, but when they did hit, they made them count. 7 of the 13 hits are extra base hits with 4 bombs. Stanton put him on his back. 3 hits, all for extra bases, because does that guy ever hit a single? 2 homers. Judge had 4 hits with the dub piece. Austin Riley stays hot, though. 4 hits with a double. Could have had another RBI. But umpires, what is you doing, baby? Freddie was safe. They would have tied the game. They probably would have won game 2, because in that last game, Freddie comes up. Peralta comes in after Chapman, sweating all over the place, walks the house. Peralta throws a zillion changeups in a row to get Freddie to fly out. And the Yankees get the dub piece. 11-game win streak. Now we know it's 12 for the Yanks. 10 straight series for the first time since 1954. How you feeling? And guess what? Klub piece. On his way back, he's going to return Monday. Yankees get Urshela back. Trouble in the back of the bullpen, though. Britton might need surgery. Chapman's look like doo-doo. They need lasagna to step it up. Braves, a little bit of good news for you. You're still leading the division, and Ion freaking Anderson coming back on Sunday. Yanks sweep the Braves. Moving on, Jim, do you like sweeps or do you like splits in these 2-game series?
Sweeps.
You're going to like what happened here. The Rays went into Philly and so wept. My Phils. 3-1 Rays, 7-4 Rays. The Rays just did their thing like normal. They kind of hit. They pitched. Phillies didn't really hit. Franco, 4 hits. That's Wander, 2 extra base hits. Harper and Hoskins hit homers. We know now that Hoskins, season-ending surgery. Cruz, Nelson, go-ahead 2-run double in the 8th inning of Game 1. The first game he's ever started or appeared at first base. How is that even a real thing? Francisco Mejia with the go-ahead 3-run homer in the 9th of Game 2 after Girardi leaves Wheeler in to start the 9th in a 4-4 game. That's what the Rays do. Francisco Mejia with the go-ahead 3-run homer in the 9th. Choi placed on the 10-day IL. Fairbanks fire eyes and feel good after rehab appearances. The Rays get the sweep. Jimmy, not going to like this one. Last series in the interleague, Tigers go into St. Louis and they split. 4-3 Tigers, then 3-2 Cardinals in extras in the second one. I'll start off with saying it. Flaherty came out. He was hurt, out of the game. He's on the IL now. I'm very sad. Tiger starting pitchers did the damn thing. Pitched to a 1-8 over the 2-game series. Cabrera scope 3 hits with 2 extra base hits apiece. And 7 Tigers recorded multiple hits. I like that. Goldie doing his thing. He had 2 hits. They were both homers. That's how you get that slug piece up. Tommy Edman 3 hits, and no other Cardinal records multiple hits. Casey Mize, is he good?
Yeah.
Because I got a bunch of his rookie cards. Like, be good, Casey. 5 shutout innings for the win in Game 1, and then our guy in Game 2, Lars, the Newt Bar, walk-off single in the 10th inning of Game 2. Ollie Linton, my friend, is his agent. Gotta love that. That was after the Tigers tied it in the 9th. We already talked about Flaherty. Haas is expected to return Friday, and Boyd for the Tigers expected to return on Sunday. Tigers, Cardinals split the series, and that, my friends, is what happened in the IL. Casey Mize good?
Yeah, for his second year, made strides. He really doesn't go deep into games right now that much. So I don't know if they're on a pitch limit with him or they pull him early or what, but he was going 90 pitches, 100 at the start of the year. Now he only goes like 80. Got a 3.55 ERA, so yes, he's having a good season. Especially, I think it's his first. That. He broke out. He debuted last year, but that was a pretty fake situation. So
leads the league in.
I guess we can keep it.
Leads
there.
the league in hit by pitches.
Oh, he's
let it ride,
people.
Casey.
I think he walks too many people too.
War damn, baby. Auburn, speaking of Ashland.
38 walks in 24 games. Yeah.
All right. Lars Nootbaar, is he a thing? Let me look up this
Great
guy's
name.
stats.
Lars Nootbaar.
Great name. It's like one of those names. It's like a weird name, but you know how to say it. You know how to pronounce it when you see it.
Yeah,
That's always nice.
I think his uncle was someone famous.
El Segundo guy.
Oh, he's an LA boy. Oh, now I love him. Oh, he's an SC guy. I got a new player.
We got a new player.
775 OPS. He's 23 years old. All right, I'm digging you.
Great grandson of Herbert Newtbar.
What was Herbert's deal?
Super rich dude from Chicago, basically, very involved in Pepperdine University.
My friend got married there.
Yeah, he's a good dude.
Lived till he was 108 years
Whoa.
old.
Oh my god. I am for sure living till 108. I've already decided.
That's cool, man.
Yeah. My goal is 110.
Jeez. I don't know about all that. What year would that put you at? Were you born in 87?
86.
86?
Yeah. BBD?
2090? If you're going to live that long, just live until 3000, dude.
No, Jim. I would live to 2100, maybe.
Well, that's what I'm saying.
Three bills would be a big one.
3 bills would be a lot.
Dude, my Nana, like getting to 2000 was like a big deal for like people of that age range. That's pretty wild. We won't be able to get to 3000.
I don't think we're getting 3.
Can I ask you guys a question?
Yeah.
Didn't we just have like the 20,000th player in Major League history?
25th or something like that. Yeah.
I think 20,000 just hit. Yeah.
Was 20,000 this year?
Or last year? I don't know.
Year.
Lars Nootbaar debuted this year.
Yeah.
On June 22nd.
Yep.
He's the 22,430th player. How did that happen?
A lot of guys making debuts.
Was that no? This is a serious question. Was that a Negro Leagues edition?
Oh, that could have been as well. Yes.
Because this doesn't seem
because it was 20K this year, and then they added some of the Negro League stuff. So yes, because it changed because it was the Mariners like backup catcher that got it, and then I think it reworked back to somebody else. I forget.
That's funny.
All this math is making my freaking head hurt.
Still can't put them all in. You can still fit them all in one stadium, so that's always cool. I like that thought process. Anyway, Yankees beat the Braves. Freddie was safe at home. Replay gets it wrong. Tough break. Yankees are on a crazy roll of getting a lot of calls. Chapman fixed himself already last night against Oakland, so don't even worry, Trev.
Oh. Did he give up a homer to fix himself again this time?
No, I wish he did. He didn't throw a single slider last night. And
that's all he threw the other night.
Because his fastball has no accuracy to it. And he was just, instead of trying to find accuracy, he was like, well, I'm just going to throw my slider. And then that sucks too. So I at least appreciate, this is very much talking Yanks. I appreciate that last night he went with a completely different strategy. Like he wasn't like, well, I'll just do what I've been doing. Fastball was so wild last night. He came through, but he threw like 2 secondary pitches and they were the split fingers. So don't worry about Chapman.
I mean, why was he sweating so much though, Jim?
That's Chapman.
That's normal. That's very normal. If he's not sweating, it's like really concerning. When he's in the Trop or an inside stadium and there's no drip from his chin. That's why he wears turtlenecks. He likes working hot. But yeah, that amount of sweat is status quo for Chappie.
Okay, shoot.
Yeah, it's wild. He looks like the Key and Peele gif.
He does.
He really does. He has to rosin his hat so it stops dripping in his eyes.
Yeah, it was a lot. I was concerned about him, but now I'm not.
Changed his posture.
Braves still in a good spot. Braves still in a good spot. As Ashlyn put out there on her tweet, they lost 2 games, had an off day, and still gained a game in the standings. Awesome. Let's go, Braves. Step it up.
Let's get into the individual awards.
Wow.
Yeah.
Wow. Individual awards.
Individual
awards are brought to you by the Chris Rose Rotation. Go check them out, especially new full-blown friend, Stephen Brault. He is one of Chris's co-hosts, Trevor May, Lucas Giolito, Tyler Glasnow, and Archie Bradley. Some of the guests they've had, maybe you've heard of Max Scherzer. How about Nick Castellanos? How about Zach Gallen? We met his dad the other day. Liam Hendricks, Jazz Chisholm, Blake Snell, so many more. There's new episodes Mondays and Thursdays. Find it on the JM Baseball YouTube channel or wherever you listen to podcasts. And the big thing, the first thing I said when I came into the office today about our trip, Stephen Brault, hot. He comes off more cute, I think, on the Chris Rose rotation. You know, he's got the nice voice, and he's kind of bops around, and he's very friendly. In person, you see the tats. You see the little bit of the flow, nice facial hair. Brault, hot.
Is that your award?
No. That was an ad read.
Ad read.
Oh.
I get to give my award. I get to give my standout first.
Can I just say this about Brault? He's a freaking musician and a Major League Baseball player. Don't bring your girl around the guy. He's tatted up, too.
He's taller than I thought. And
he's tall, Jesus.
We were shorter than he thought.
Probably packing.
So it all worked out.
He was on the field level and where you guys are sitting down a little. Still true, but perspectives were not favorable.
Yeah. My standout performance is going to Blake Snell. Now, we talked about the Padres being terrible and all of this. For a lot of reasons, Blake Snell's outing the other night is going to get completely lost in the shuffle. Went 16 innings. Before it went extras, he did pitch deep into the 8th inning of a shutout. He gives up a home run in the 8th inning. So he leaves the game tied. But 7.2 innings pitched, 1 earned run, 10 Ks, 3 hits, 0 walks. I mean, if the Padres can score a couple runs, they win in extras, or if they score a couple runs, you're talking about how Snell just went so deep into a game, only allowed 1, struck out 10, didn't walk a single batter. It's my favorite stat of the line for Snell, and helped out the whole bullpen reset. And we're talking about how amazing of an outing that is. But because he gave up the tying home run and then it went 16 innings and the bullpen didn't get reset, that little accolade isn't going to get tossed around. But he's having a really good month of August. What's plagued Snell is every month he has one game where he gives up 7 earned runs, it seems. But he's had a good month of August so far. I think 5 starts. So I'm giving Snell the award because he hasn't had a lot of outings of like ace-like stuff like that, and that would have been a very, very big one against a very good team, and it all goes unnoticed because of the way it went down after he came out of the game. So, Snell, you're my standout performer.
Love Snell.
Who you got, Jake?
Ooh, Snell was probably my favorite Chris Rose rotation episode. My standout performance. Trev, you're always giving the coaches love. I got to give the players a little love because they do it on the field. I am going out to the San Francisco treat, a guy we've talked about a little bit, and I think Trev had to walk it back a little bit. Brandon Belt had a 2-donger day at the stadium, 4 for 5. We often look at this Giants team and how do they do it? Wow, Posey's still got it. And, there's some different guys in their lineup that they play baseball the right way. Brandon Belt's last 2 years, which, last year that used to be a little bit of a cop-out because it was a short season. If you combine Brandon Belt's this year and last year, 123 games, how's your 944 OPS? 152 OPS plus. Brandon Belt, 157 homers in the show. If you look at his year by year, this guy is an underrated ball player, man. 123 career OPS plus. And, man, if you're a right-handed pitcher in the playoffs and Belt's at the plate, that's not a dude you want to see, man. So Brandon Belt, a little bit of a lifetime career achievement, but he also put up a big day at the office. When you talk about premier first baseman around the league, I don't think Belt's name gets brought up a lot. but he's solid on defense, swings the big stick. And Trev, lifetime earnings?
A lot. 70 or 80.
Jimmer?
Really?
It's more than that, isn't it?
I have no idea. I would have guessed they signed him for a long time.
He's been with the Giants for 11 years.
Ooh.
So he mapped out his ARB, and then he signed like a 4-year deal for, let's say, 10 each. That's 40. I'll say 75.
I'm going high. I'm going 85.
86.9 for Brandon Belt, and he's going to be a free agent this year, and he's currently got a 896 OPS, which, by the way, look around baseball right now, 896 is a legit OPS. So, Brandon Belt, the baby giraffe.
Belt played in a couple other stadiums. His first couple years, he probably doubles his money. He's one of the biggest when we looked at all of his fly ball outs and doubles and triples at home throughout his career. And if you overlay them in other stadiums that have a shorter right field porch, like, didn't we do that, Jake? It was a couple per season. More homers.
It was like 4 or 5.
It was like 5. I think it was 5 a season. But I mean, you're talking about 11 years now. That's 50 extra home runs to his name. He'd be at 200 career home runs at this point.
Well, he's almost as rich as JOMBOY now. Ooh. So keep going, Robbie, or keep going,
Brandon Robbie. Speaking of Robbies,
Trev, who's your standout?
My standout performance is our guy Robbie Mother freaking Ray. You want to know what he did, guys?
What'd he do?
Only 7 innings pitched, 1 earned, 14 Ks, 1 walk. Now, we've been knowing he's been able to strike people out before. Like, he can strike people out, but he's walked a lot of people in his career to a point where he has over a 4 walks per 9 coming into this year. This year, he's figured it out. 2.2 walks per 9.
Wow.
Oh, I knew it was coming.
Damn, dude. And reminder, a couple episodes ago, gave Robbie Ray an award because he does have a low-key, very impressive career. And Trevor's probably going to highlight the same things I said the other day, but just be nice to him. A nice guy, handsome, my friend.
I knew that was coming. I was just about to say, as soon as I get this award out, I got to go.
Okay.
Let me get back to Robbie Ray. 2.2 walks per 9 right now. He's leading the league in strikeouts with 192. Jim, here's a stat that you love. Out of the 25 games he started, only 6 times has he not gone 6 or more innings.
I do love that.
And when you're a strikeout guy, that's a lot of pitches. Like, he's thrown a lot for them. He's been a workhorse this year. He's a free agent, I believe. Go get you some money, Robbie Ray. You're doing your thing. And, oh, yeah, Jake, what I brought up to you before the show.
Yes.
Chris Sale currently has the all-time record for strikeouts per 9 from starting pitchers at 11.1 per 9. We don't know how long you have to pitch to qualify for that. All I know is Chris Sale has gold on his baseball reference page. Well, Robbie Ray, who's played 8 years in the show, he's averaging 11.2, right above Chris Sale on the strikeout mark. So, snaps for Robbie Ray. Tight pants, baby. It fixed everything.
Someone will have to correct me on this stat. I thought Eno had it, but I just scrolled his Twitter and couldn't find it. I think 11 of the strikeouts were swinging on pitches outside of the zone, which is just a little demonstration of how gross is your gross. Robbie's is up there.
There it is. Chad, am I okay? Am I clicking again? Fuck.
Good awards.
I got to go anyway. Slump watch.
Yeah.
Go for it, boys.
Slump watch. We had 5 guys on slump watch. Looks like we did not fix too many of them, which is upsetting. A little disappointing in our abilities. And we have 5 potential new ones coming. BBD? Who might we be adding?
5 potential add-ons. Leading off with a friend, Trevor Story, 0 for 9 with a walk and 2 Ks. JD Martinez, 0 for 18 slide with a walk and 6 Ks. That includes a Rangers makeup game from this week. Jake Cronenworth, 0 for 11 with 4 walks. 3 of them intentional, I assume, just creating forces and stuff. Anthony Rizzo, our guy, 0 for 9, 4 Ks, going back a little bit. He's in a 1 for 14 stretch. And Joey Votto, who's like the hottest guy in the league for like months. 1 for 10 with an RBI, 5 walks, 5 Ks, and a walk.
I got a lot of easy decisions.
Jim, I'm gonna let you roll, Big Poppy.
Oh, I'm Robotty now.
Oh no.
Yes, I was
Double
hoping
bots?
you would. Yes.
Okay, then I won't let you roll, Jim. Rafael Devers was on last week's Slump Watch. He's the clear off. 5 for 17, homer, 2 doubles, RBI. He's making them count. Rafa, good job, you sexy man. Everything else, Jim, I don't know.
Am I still here?
I've got you.
I don't know what Trevor does to avoid this. Good?
I think you're good. Run it.
Okay. This is so easy for me. Trevor Story, I think, got banged up or hurt, so he's definitely not going on Slump Watch. I hope he feels better. JD Martinez, I don't want to fix, so he's not going on Slump Watch. Anthony Rizzo, I want to fix, so he's going on Slump Watch. All of the Padres are getting lumped together just as the Padres.
Ah, perfect. Perfect.
Works, right?
Yeah, in on that.
Okay. So congrats to Devers and congrats to Michael Brantley. They're off. We had Machado on there. We had Tatis on there. I mean, they went on there for like Pham and Cronenworth and all these people. So,
man,
yeah, we can keep Muncy on there.
Yeah, let's keep Max on there because he was wasn't he a popular conversation piece? Because wasn't there an article that said like he's not as sexy as Tatis or something like that? And it's like, well, that's wrong.
Yeah. I think you were the one that's saying he's sexy.
Yes.
Max Muncy, the Padres, Rizzo, Votto. And we have room. I can put JD just to be nice, but I mean, I'm like in playoff mode.
Right.
Like, so I'm really hoping the Red Sox just lose.
You don't want to spark them, but it's fair.
It's fair. Got to be nice. Like,
for
JD.
18, JD.
Yeah, you're welcome.
What the H?
Help you out. Is Trevor back? I thought he said he was leaving.
Well, he had to leave to because Slump Watch was coming.
Slump Watch.
Oh, okay. All right.
And
well,
he
there
just
we go.
walked away again, but
we did it. We're good. Slump Watch is over. Let's talk about the good hitters.
Yeah. Jim, how is that robot feeling? What is you doing?
I don't know. I just refresh. Is that all you have to do?
Yeah, but doesn't it make you feel bad?
Yeah, well, it sucks because the chat's on like a 2-minute delay or like a minute delay.
So you don't know for sure when you're back that it's done.
So the chat starts saying, yeah, when I come back, I still have people saying, stop talking, stop talking. I'm like, I think this is delayed chat, not new chat. So that's the confusing part. In Fuego.
Dirt Nasty's on Fuego. That means I'm on fire, baby. Like Waco.
Anthony Santander goes 7 for 14 with 2 homers and 3 doubles, Jake. Them Orioles, they're a bunch of hitters. That's what they say. Hunter Renfroe, 5 for 14 with 3 bombs. Good job, Hunter. Brandon Marsh, 7 for 13. Home run, looking pretty, combing his hair. Andy Ibanez. Is that Raul's son?
Andy.
I don't think I know who Andy Ibanez is. Who is that?
Not in your book. Not related to Raul. It looks like he's Cuban. Having a solid year.
Good job, Andy. Ian Happ, hottest of all hot. Yu Chang, 4 for 8 with 2 homers and 2 doubles. Nate Lowe, 8 for 17 with a homer, double, 4 RBIs. And Whit Merrifield goes 5 for 14 with a homer, a triple, 2 doubles.
Mm.
Wow. So no singles? No, one single. Hit for the cycle. 7 RBIs. Good job. Whit Merrifield. Whit Merrifield. What part of the country is it that says the whit?
I think that's like the South, like Georgia South. Like whit.
Georgia South. I knew it was the South, but I didn't know if it was like Western.
So. Maybe Carolinas. I don't know.
Why? Whit.
Yeah, that's
like
deep south.
I think it's like Georgia, Savannah area.
Yeah, like Alabama. No, yeah, maybe more Georgia. It reminds me of like where do they have the hearing at in My Cousin Vinny?
That's Alabama.
Yeah, that's Alabama.
You could probably get some whits down there.
Yeah.
Hey, regular on the wall.
Whoa.
Uh-oh.
What happened?
The Astros have signed Marwin Gonzalez to a minor league deal.
Wow.
What?
Old Flames.
Cool.
Old Flames.
Postseason hero, Marwin.
What is everyone bored today in MLB?
Board day.
Why are we getting moves? Is this the last day you have to have your roster set by September 1?
Definitely got to be something about saving money or something.
There's some stipulation that there's like moves being made today.
Yes.
I don't know.
27th, so to get them on for September 1st or something like that, probably.
Yeah, I'd see a flurry of them until September 1 when they have to be set. Whit. My award is it's a mean award.
Oh no.
Yeah. Yeah. It's I took a straw poll award.
You took a straw poll award.
Well, I mean, I took a straw poll award.
Okay.
You would say I as well.
Okay.
Yeah. It goes to Zach Wheeler.
Mm.
You know, Coach Yost had a really good shot for the Hall of Fame. And then they said, Coach, I took a straw poll. You just lost yourself to Hall of Fame. Wheeler was a heavy candidate for Cy Young. 3 starts later. I don't think he's in the conversation.
Wow.
That's a tough break for Zach Wheeler and the Phillies. It's a good break for Walker Buehler. And who's the other one? It was Wheeler, Buehler.
Corbin Burns?
Burns, yeah. Wheeler's taking himself out of the running. I think he's given up 3 starts in a row, 5 or more, 3 starts in a row. So, not great. That was Trev's guy.
Well, what do you mean?
You chose him.
No, I have Walker and Jake has Corbin.
Are you Wheeler?
No, Trev was Wheeler.
I have this. There's a Google Doc, Jim. Go check it out.
Wow.
You were Wheeler.
I got Walker Buehler plus 1,500 as my preseason pick.
Wow.
Oh, preseason.
Talk about 2 different conversations.
Yeah.
Talking about the episode when we did like 3 weeks ago. We did awards.
And what did I say about Wheeler?
You were all
You
over
were pushing
Wheeler.
for Wheeler to be part of the conversation.
Yeah, part of
And
the
rightfully
conversation.
so.
Then he had 3 doo-doo starts.
It came down to the
what
last
does it do with
second.
me?
All 3 of you had a different guy you wanted. I forget who was who. I think Jake was Walker Buehler that day because it did come down to me at the end. So
It
was a
did.
traumatic
It
experience
was
for me.
genuine pointing fingers, and everyone just got stuck with a guy so everyone would win. So
Trev lost.
Walker's been my
Tough.
guy the whole year, Jim.
Oh, he's my guy.
In fact, I can bring your guys up if you want, but let's move on.
All right, that was my award. Sorry.
I don't know if I'm going to
Wheeler.
snap for that award because that's a mean award, but
It is a mean award, but I love
a
remembering the
mean award.
Titans. And it's always nice when I can get to remember the Titans quote into the show.
yeah, it's true.
Jimmy, your pitcher
And
was
it's
Zach
just so
Greinke
funny.
to lead
I took a straw
wins.
poll.
Lead the AL in wins.
What's that?
Your prediction
Trev, I'm
was
not
Zach
talking
Greinke-
It's a
about that. I'm
completely
talking
different
about-
conversation.
Talking about the Cy Young conversation we had 3 weeks ago.
Yeah, don't remember.
You were Wheeler.
Clearly.
Great job by both of you. A lot of irrelevant conversation.
Let's tweet at Frank Viola, see what he thinks.
Frank, I would love to see his year-end awards. Who threw the most pitches? I'm giving the Castaway Award. You guys know I usually like to take us on a little artistic journey, but this player took us on the artistic journey. You probably remember his preseason hype video that featured Poppy Gordo. I'm giving it to Alex Bregman. Breggy Smalls is back. He pulled a fast one on the internet. It'd been a while since he was back, so he posted a video or a picture showing that he was back, but he looked like he was cast away. He had long, scruffy hair. He had a big beard. It was like, whoa, Bregman went off the deep end. It was a joke. He showed up, and he was kind of clean Alex Bregman look. But, man, the American League, we've been talking a lot about our Yanks because they've been hot, hot, hot. Love that. The White Sox, we're kind of over it because they already ran away. We haven't talked much Stros in a little bit. And they've just casually been winning the AL West. Trev also had that on his preseason bets, which we're not talking about at all. And, man, Alex Bregman, talk about stat pages. Go check out that stat page. He is back. He's been out a little while for the Stros. The bad man is back. And I think our Houston talk died down for a little bit. I wouldn't be shocked if Houston turns it back up in September and we're talking about how scary that team is.
Okay.
I like it.
Thanks for the snaps.
Did he do anything?
He scored the game-winning run.
Hell yeah.
So that's impactful.
So that picture was fake. That's
The picture was fake.
kind of disappointing.
The picture was fake. He kind of got the people. We all thought it was real.
I did. He looked like Aragorn a little bit. That's
Scored
a huge
the
compliment
game-winning-
coming from me.
He was the ghost runner. That's funny.
Yeah. Play the game.
Does that count as a run scored?
Why wouldn't it?
I
'Cause you're
believe
only
it
the
does.
ghost. You're only the ghost runner if you get out.
I believe it does count offensively as a run scored in your stats. It doesn't count as an earned run for the pitcher because didn't earn that.
Should count if like you're a pinch runner, I guess, because then you're being put in to score a run. But if you're just on second because you got out last, you shouldn't be rewarded a run because you got out.
In the book, a run scored, so it has to be documented. But
What if
you're right? It shouldn't be.
What if
viewed
there's
positive.
2 runners on base and the runner ahead of you gets picked off and that ends the inning? So you got on base, but now you're the ghost runner.
What?
It's just simple baseball stuff. Keep up, Jim. Trev, what's your award?
That's not who the ghost runner would be in that scenario.
Because the batter didn't get out. So there's runners on first and second.
Oh, yes,
sorry.
yes,
Welcome
yes.
to baseball. Trevor, your award.
My friends,
Yes.
am giving the Gabe Kapler Award. No funny name for this one. This is straightforward. Am I giving it to him because he is leading the Giants to an 83-44 record, the best record in the big leagues? No. Am I giving it to him because he's built like a Greek statue? No. What I am giving him an award for is this tweet, this quote that he gave out, a tweet by Brian Murphy. Don't know what he does. Gabe Kapler continues to fascinate. Believe that, buddy. He told us hip-hop lyrics will course through his brain during games, and when Webb and Montes dueled it out last Saturday, he thought of the Digital Underground song Freaks of the Industries line, with a jab and a stick, I'm going lick for lick. Gabe Kapler then went on to say the next day that that's what happens. During the game, he'll think about hip-hop songs and lyrics come to his mind about like what's going on in the game. So when you see chiseled, tan, Gabe Kapler on the dugout steps watching the game, just know some Tupac might be playing in his head, some Kendrick. Why do I say those two guys? Because he released his bracket, his hip-hop bracket. Do you want to know the Final Four?
Need it.
It was Pac versus Biggie and M versus Nas. He went with Pac and Eminem, with Tupac being the winner of his hip hop bracket. Gabe Kapler, he is fascinating. congrats on your award.
Kind of creeps me out.
You would love him.
I've liked a lot of guys we've met. Just saying, his whole being is he fits
He's
well in San
unique.
Francisco.
He's
Yeah.
unique.
He's a beautiful mind.
Yes.
Yes. Who's the
Oh,
best
yeah.
friend of the week? Biebers.
Best friend of the week, pulling up the stats. I know it's Ian Happ. It's his third time winning it. He went 5 rounds with a homer, 2 doubles, 3 RBIs, and a walk this week. Good work, Ian Happ. And he hung out with us.
Nice. We'll have to do the simulation on Monday because I have to get going, and I'm gonna have to leave you guys to bring this one home. If you want to do elevator talk, I cannot miss this meeting because I missed it last week on them.
Quick
All right,
elevator.
James.
Love you guys. Goodbye.
Hi, Jimmy. All right, let's start the pod, Trev.
Finally. Holy.
I'm ready to hit the live stream button if you guys are.
Welcome to the Colgate Comedy Hour. Who should we talk
When
about?
the boss is away, the mice will play.
We'll have sex. What, Trev, I'll let you pick the team. What's a team you want to talk about? Who do the people need to know about today?
Oof, 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 oof. All right, I'm looking through the league. I'm looking
Yes.
through the league. I'm looking through the
Tick, 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 tick,
league.
tick, 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 tick.
Okay. I need to talk about the Red Sox.
Okay, get it going,
I
Trev.
do. I just feel like I don't know what their team identity is.
Okay.
Are they a team that rakes?
Mm.
Are they a team that has starting pitching? Are they a team? I know they're not a team with a bullpen.
Mm.
Right? Am I wrong?
Their
What do you
bullpen,
got?
their bullpen was really good. I'm guessing they've come back to earth a little bit. I mean, I guess that's my thing. This team is supposed to be built on hitting. My guy Bobby Dahlback had a big game the other day, 2 homers. For me, it's Bogart, Devers. JD has been in a slump. You missed that, Trev. He was on slump watch. Man, Kike, Verdugo, like when you play the Boston Red Sox, you should be in fear of your starting pitcher having a bad day at the office. And I don't know if that's been the case, at least against the good teams, for a little bit. So, I don't know. They've half-handled their business lately, except the Yankee series.
I got to take it back. Their bullpen, I guess, has a little bit of recency bias. I saw some blown up saves. Matt Barnes not looking too hot. But collectively throughout the year, it looks like they put up decent numbers. And they got 3 starters right now that I like.
I like that.
Tanner Houck come up and doing the thing. Evaldi twirling that bird up there, and Chris Sale doing his thing. And they do hit a little bit. So this is still a dangerous team, even though I don't see them as that.
Man, they're 1 through 6. And I guess 7, Renfro's been having a nice year if he's there. But man, Kike, Schwarber, Xander, Devers, JD, Verdugo, that should be a gauntlet for any starting pitcher to go through. And a little shout out, Mr. Bloom, give him some time. Dude, Kike Hernandez is one of the best free agent signings of this offseason. He got 4.5 WAR.
Damn, I didn't know that. Are you scared of the Red Sox in a wild card game?
Yes. Jake sucks.
Jake sucks.
They're the Red Sox. 1 game. Devers.
Big freaking party tonight. Let's go.
Matt Staff.
Time to get started. Bushy dreams.
Thanks, everybody. Have a good
Staff's
weekend.
gonna be there.